Hi, this is a new series that I am going to start on my channel. It's going to be called Take a Sip. One reason it'll be called Take a Sip is because I have allergies, and if I start coughing, I'm going to reach over here and take a sip of whatever I have over here. So that's one reason. Another reason is because I want people to try to have the best way of approaching God and understanding God and who God is and what He expects of us. And sometimes the easiest way to do that is just to take a sip. When you sip on something, you take a small amount of it in your mouth. You think about what it tastes like, and then you go ahead and you swallow it. Sometimes when you're thirsty, yes, you do need to take a lot of sips. Sometimes all you need is one sip to find out whether or not you like something or whether or not you dislike something. So when you're trying something new, not to say that God is new to anybody, but in life sometimes when you take a sip of something, you just want to sip because you just want to see, is this for me or is it not for me? So that's another reason it's going to be called Take a Sip. But basically this is my version of a story time that is going to be meant to encourage people and hopefully not run into the same obstacles and the same mishaps that I did. I've said this before in one of my other videos that I have not arrived. The only place I have arrived to is the next chapter in my life. To this day, I still make mistakes. To this day, I still make bad choices, but I'm getting better at it. So that's one of the reasons that I am creating this channel, or excuse me, this new episode that's going to be called Take a Sip. Okay, so my first story is going to be titled, I Made a Mistake. And this is an occurrence in my life where I thought I heard from God. I made a move in my life thinking that I heard from God, and found out that I did not hear from God. I just made the wrong choice and I made a mistake, and I'll go on with it. But before I get into that, I want to actually read a scripture to you from Hebrews chapter 6, verses 10 to 12. It says, "For God is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shown toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises." And I'll explain in a minute why I wanted to read that particular scripture. The story about me making a mistake, this is one of many, but this is the one I'll tell the story of. And this is how I ended up with ex-husband number 3. I went on a website for dating. Not interested in dating at that time. I've been on them before looking to date, but this particular one I wasn't interested in dating. I was just on there because I just wanted some conversation. It was the first website that I had gone on where I actually posted my picture, which was a bad choice. Most of the time I would just put like other pictures that were something other than me, because I didn't want people to see what I looked like, because I felt like if you want to know me, you're going to want to know who I am on the inside, not what I look like on the outside. But this was the first one that I put my picture on, and I got contacted from somebody that was many miles away from where I was living. At the time I was living in Maryland, and they were living in Arkansas, and I thought, oh, well, there's no reason I can't just, talk to this person and be friends with them, because I have no intentions on moving anywhere. So that's where I was in my life. I was just looking to actually have a conversation with somebody. And so, we'd send cards back and forth and talk online. And he let me know that, oh, he was interested in marriage. And I was like, well, I'm not really interested in that. But he kept pursuing that and saying, that's what he was interested in. And I thought, well, kind of whatever. So I went there to meet him for a weekend. And by this time, the ball was already rolling that, oh yeah, we're going to get married. You're going to move here and you're going to move your kids here, and I'm going to be a father to your kids, and we're just going to be one big happy family. And so my going there for the weekend was just to see, whether or not this was even legitimate. Because at that time I was like, well, people say a lot of times when you're not looking for love, that's when you stumble across it. And because I wasn't interested in being married and I wasn't looking to be in a relationship, I was like, well, maybe this is a sign from God. I want to say that sometimes it is a sign from God. In this case, it was not. So I don't want to harp on anybody who does the online dating, whether you're looking for a friend, whether you're looking for a date, or you're looking for a spouse. I don't harp on anybody for whatever their reasons were. I'm just letting you know what my reasons were at this time. So that was one of the reasons I thought, well, maybe this is from God, because I wasn't looking to get married. I wasn't looking to date. I was just looking for somebody to have a decent conversation with on an adult level, because I was around my 2 kids at the time, and I'm like, I just wanted to talk.